Pep Guardiola's been interesting, Simon. They play Bristol City tonight, Manchester City, the FA Cup fifth round tie.
Yeah.
It's an exclusive on talkSPORT. Don't worry, Joe, I've got that. Jim Proudfoot will bring you commentary of that. And Pep couldn't help himself. A little bit tongue-in-cheek, but he said a slight dig at United, who won the Carabao Cup on Sunday.
Yeah, if I spend a little bit more money, yeah. Because you didn't spend, isn't it? It's normal in the position that normal should be. Always when I landed here, I thought United always would be there. So for the history, for everything. So Erik is doing an incredible job. The players, you see how committed they are, how, all together they try to do it. When you have been many years, 5, 6 years without winning one title, when you have the challenge. I remember when we won the first Carabao Cup, we traveled to win the Carabao Cup and everyone was so excited, to do it. The staff, it was new, the players was new. The fourth time we traveled there to win the 4th Carabao Cup in a row it's okay. It's another one, another day in the office, that? It's normal, that it's normal. United has to be there. So always have been a big opponent, so that we were better in the previous seasons, and now, it's closer. And, everything can happen in the Premier League.
I quite like that. I mean, he's basically saying, look, we've been doing this for a while. Welcome back. Where have you been?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, ultimately, what he's doing is he's taking a tongue-in-cheek to the observation that Man City have built and bought their success and that they're being charged with all kinds of contraventions of rules. So he's then pushing it back and saying to Manchester United, of course, you spend money, yes, no. Everybody spends money. And the fact that Man United have got themselves into a position where they can be slightly ridiculable is a telling indication of where their star has fallen to. Because undeniably, undoubtedly, irrefutably, unequivocally, Man United are 5 times the club that Manchester City are in terms of scale and reach. Not in terms of achievements.
That'll go down well.
Well, I don't really care. It's not designed to go down well. It's not designed to go down badly. It's designed to be a reflection of the facts.
In terms of global reach, will they ever get City ever get close to United?
I think over a period of time, there's a distinct possibility if you keep achieving the way Manchester City are, they will. There's something, whether it's from 1958, whether it's from 1967, whether it's from the 70s or whether it's from being the poster boys, ostensibly, of the launch of the most powerful domestic league in world football, United have been at the top of the tree and they've built this legacy. And it's almost an undiminishable legacy because they've not won a Premier League for 10 years, yet you talk about Man United and they will dominate the back page and front page of the newspapers. There's always something about Man United. There's more eyes on the prize with Man United than there is in any other football club around the world, and Madrid will probably have an argument about that. But the bottom line is that Manchester City are a unique football club in lots of ways. Their brand of football, outstanding. Their manager, elite. The uniqueness of their involvement with the community. I would say that's a slightly cynical move because it enables the sports washing to go on that's gone on there. But irrespective of that, Man City, if they keep on powering the way that they are...
Yeah.
Yes, of course they're going to create a unique legacy. But Chelsea and Man City are cut from the same cloth. They are manufactured clubs. And whereas clubs like Liverpool and Manchester United have far more heritage, and I realise that will send people apoplectic in those two fan bases.
Manufactured clubs.
Well, they are. Before come on, let's look at it. Before Roman Abramovich came along, where were Chelsea going? Okay, they were doing okay, but they were going to financial ruin. Ken Bates was struggling left, right and centre. And the football club had been, the cock of the walk on the King's Road without actually doing anything. Man City had been in League One. I mean, let's have it right.
Yeah.
Sheikh Mansour comes through the door, picks up the carcass that the Thai Prime Minister that had gotten involved left, and his finances and his ambitions and my belief, some of their contravention of rules has put them in a situation where they are now a dominant football club. But now, when you talk about what they're going to do going forward, you can't deny that Man City, achievement-wise, will be in the... It's like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Coca-Cola will always be the marquee soft drink, and Pepsi-Cola will always be the one that's chasing after it.
I like what you did there. I like the way Guardiola's doing it. Got a bit of a laugh with some of the gathered media yesterday, but got his message over. They had to come good sooner or later, and welcome back.
And that's right.
I quite like that.
But that's right. He's absolutely right to do it that way.
Yeah.
Because, they were the ones that coined the expression, the noisy neighbours.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are now the neighbours that have been mute in achievement terms for 10 years. So absolutely cock a schnook at them. But if I'm United, I would say there's only one thing worse than people talking about me. It's people not talking about me. United are not back. They're on their road to recovery. Not to road to redemption or the road to perdition. They're on their road to something that might look like something they once were before. But they've still got a long way to go.
You and Martin Keown went viral yesterday with the line
with
that you
some
took
sort of
in
ailment, are
Manchester, with the line you took in Manchester United, which you're sticking to today. Yeah, it might be a road to recovery, but no more than that.
I think not. I think ultimately they've still got a long way to go. But the fact of the matter is that United shouldn't be in a position that they've been in for the last 3 years. They shouldn't have been such a, oh, look, we should all rubberneck at United. It was like watching Arsenal for years ago on that ghastly TV channel that they have, where all they did was rubberneck at their failures. And people were looking at Man United and doing the same thing. Oh dear, look at Man United.
You really did not like Arsenal TV, did you?
Oh, I think it's a canker sore.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Star Wars bar for village idiots.
Yeah. Simon, you said even when it got really bad for you at Palace, you powered through. You've got to hang on in there and do it. Dan in Norwich. Dan, I'm so pleased that you think this. Good morning, everybody. I took today off work. Feeling utterly mentally drained. Turned on your show. Simon's words at the start of the show have got me going. I've got back up. I'm cracking on, and I'm showing a bit of resilience to my situation. Tell him the man's a legend. You're a legend.
Good lad, Dan.
Well
are you in their culture? Because you can pop down and see our bone idle producer and get him out of his pit.
Exactly. Dan in Norwich, go for it. It's another day, so accept the challenge of it. Just gone 10:15.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.